So all season long, we've been fighting against the tank for whoever logic because it's backwards, and also it will never take place in the real world, well, outside of the NBA. But that's another thing, right? And it really came to a head Sunday against the Lions because, like, well, why are you going to try and win this meaningless game, which the Vikings obviously did, beating down Detroit 37-35 in a game that was way more fun than it had. It really should have been, right? And the Vikings secured the number 14 overall pick. Now, if they would have lost and dropped to 6-10, the Vikings could have the number 12 overall pick through various strength of schedule, tiebreakers, whatever. But the question is, well, why win a meaningless game? Well, one, you didn't want to be tied to the Lions in the cellar of the division. Just that little bit of dignity, right? And also because you want a winning culture with your football team. Shocker, I know. And every time you step on the field, whether it's regular season or playoffs or Super Bowl, preseason or practice, I want winners. And you should too, by the way. And also, we've been over how it's impossible to tank, because the only way that you could conceivably do it is if you're a GM or an owner and you're secure in your job or whatever, then you just put out like 53 slappies onto the field, right? Now, players and coaches are going to give it all that they got every single time, not only for trying to win a game, but also for their future job prospects, putting out good tape either on this team or the next team, it's whatever, right? And if you find a player, frankly, who is willing to tank a game for the greater good, if they're willing to miss a tackle or drop a ball or play poorly on purpose to try and improve a team's mythical draft stock, where they're just going to draft a player to replace them, get them the hell off the team. Get them off the field. Zero room for that, and it'll never happen. Right? Because every single season, you don't win the Super Bowl, oh, it's a failure. That's stupid logic. That's stupid drunk uncle during Thanksgiving logic. It is. Like, do you really think that all of a sudden you go 0-16? No, sorry. 0-17, 0-17, 0-17, and then you get yourself enough good young players at the top of the draft, and it's like, oh, you win a Super Bowl. Right. 0-17, Super Bowl. No, that's literally not how it works, because you have to build a foundation of players and coaches and a winning attitude who want to win and know how to win to eventually hoist that Jerome Barty trophy. Woo! All right, so like the Vikings win 7-9 this year, miss the playoffs, it's whatever. But also, frankly, because of all of the injuries, the lack of the veterans, the turnover on this roster, all the young players, Dan Bailey, they really had no business winning 7 games. They massively overachieved. And Thielen's comment at the end of season presser, said it all. Quote, I probably feel more excited than I do angry. Excited to build on what we had this year. Obviously, we didn't hit our goals, but there's a lot of exciting things going forward, end quote. All these young players just coming together, especially towards the end of the season, especially after that 1-5 horrific start. Yes, the Vikings have a ton of momentum going into 2021. Also, importantly, the Vikings went 4-2 in division, including all three division wins on the road. So that matters. Going up to Green Bay, spanking them. Going into Chicago, Monday Night Football. And the Vikings never win at Soldier Field, and Kirk Cousins never wins on Monday night. Getting a W there. Beating Detroit Week 17. All that matters. All that does factor in. And also, the Vikings gave away close games. Yes, you look at Seattle. If Madison could get 1 yard or Cameron Dantzler wasn't garbage in the beginning of the season, and also the Tennessee game. But also, this team learned how not to lose close games and how not to give up and how to keep grinding and keep after it, and good things will happen. Look at Carolina. Look at Jacksonville. Look at the Detroit game as well. That all matters. It does, because it primes the pump for next season and beyond that. Because think about it. So, quick plane ride, Detroit to Minneapolis. But think about that young team on the plane coming home. They're talking about next year. They're talking about how they're going to grow together, how they're going to take this division, how they're going to work to get a Super Bowl, how they're going to get together in the offseason and put in that work and just get after, right? And you think those conversations would take place if they got their ass kicked in Detroit like they did against New Orleans? Just leaving that bad taste in your mouth. And also, you get used to losing. Look at organizations, look at colleges, look at programs that have a history of losing. Even though there's player turnover, there's always just like a smog just hanging around. That's a loser stench. You don't want that stank around. Get it out. You need an air filtration system, and winning is that filtration, right? And also, this young, overachieving, and up-and-coming team who weathered a ton of adversity this year is going to be super dangerous in 2021. Justin Jefferson, best young wide receiver in the game. Dalvin Cook, the second best running back in the NFL. Derrick Henry, man. Whew. Respect. Daniil back, Kendrick's back, Barr back, Cousins playing some inspired football. Kubiak hopefully is going to be back because he's keeping Kirk Cousins on track, minus the first 6 games. It's whatever. But yeah, the Vikings are going to be a super dangerous team going forward. And yeah, don't sweat the draft order. Like, are you really tearing yourself up because the Vikings were drafting 14 as opposed to 12? I mean, you pick where you pick and go from there. And also, you saw the talent on the board when we did our mini mock draft. There's going to be a ton of talented dudes that are in the teens. And also, by the way, you look at teams like the Jets and the Bengals and the Lions, teams that are consistently drafting in the top 10, if not top 5, if not top 3. How's that working out? Like one Super Bowl win combined between the 3 franchises that took place in like 1942. Joe Namath, I guarantee it. And then right after the Great Depression, I guarantee it. Get out of here, right? So have faith, have pride. This team is going to shock a lot of people next year, even though that schedule looks tough. Who cares? Who cares? And also, the 2020 season will be looked back on and be like, that's where this culture started. That's where this team was reborn. That's where it happened. That's where the Vikings dynasty started. That's right. Woo! Let's go. All right, but your thoughts. Winning matters. Yeah. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.